Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Make overcast or cloudy. A group of many things in the air or on the ground. Clouds of blossoms. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Make less visible or unclear. The stars are obscured by the clouds. Color with streaks or blotches of different shades. A cause of worry or gloom or trouble. The only cloud on the horizon was the possibility of descent by the French. Any collection of particles, e.g., smoke or dust, or gases that is visible. A visible mass of water or ice particles suspended at a considerable altitude. Billow up in the form of a cloud. The smoke clouded above the houses. Make gloomy or depressed. Their faces were clouded with sadness. Make less clear. The stroke clouded memories of her youth. Make milky or dull. The chemical clouded the liquid to which it was added. Out of touch with reality. His head was in the clouds. Suspicion affecting your reputation. After that mistake he was under a cloud. Make overcast or cloudy. Fall weather often overcasts our beaches. A long whip stitch or overhand stitch overlying an edge to prevent raveling. Filled or abounding with clouds. The state of the sky when it is covered by clouds. Gloomy semi-darkness caused by cloud cover. A cast that falls beyond the intended spot. Sew over the edge of with long slanting wide stitches. Sew with an overcast stitch from one section to the next. Overcast books. A group of many things in the air or on the ground. A swarm of insects obscured the light. A moving crowd. Bee teeming, be abuzz. The garden was swarming with bees. Move in large numbers. Containing errors or alterations. A corrupt text. Touched by rot or decay. Corrupt is archaic. Corrupt morally or by intemperance or sensuality. Socrates was accused of corrupting young men. Make illegal payments in exchange for favors or influence. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Not straight, dishonest or immoral or evasive. Alter from the original. Lacking in integrity. Humanity they knew to be corrupt from the day of Adam's creation. Make dirty or spotty, as by exposure to air, also used metaphorically. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. A narrow pass, especially one between mountains. Spot, stain, or pollute. The townspeople defiled the river by emptying raw sewage into it. United States painter, born in England, of portraits and historical scenes, 1783 to 1872. French statesman, 1560 to 1641. Charge falsely or with malicious intent. Attack the good name and reputation of someone. Make dirty or spotty, as by exposure to air, also used metaphorically. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Sully someone's reputation. The state of being contaminated. Contaminate with a disease or microorganism. Place under suspicion or cast doubt upon. Make less visible or unclear. Make less visible or unclear. Confusion characterized by lack of clarity. An atmosphere in which visibility is reduced because of a cloud of some substance. Make less visible or unclear. Droplets of water vapor suspended in the air near the ground. Make less visible or unclear. Become covered with mist. The windshield misted over. Make less visible or unclear. A thin fog with condensation near the ground. Spray finely or cover with mist. Make unclear, indistinct, or blurred. Their words obnubilate their intentions. Make less visible or unclear. Not drawing attention. An obscure flaw. Make undecipherable or imperceptible by obscuring or concealing. Not famous or acclaimed. An obscure family. Not clearly expressed or understood. An obscure turn of phrase. Make unclear, indistinct, or blurred. Make obscure or unclear. The distinction was obscured. Make less visible or unclear. The stars are obscured by the clouds. Marked by difficulty of style or expression. Those who do not appreciate Kafka's work say his style is obscure. Remote and separate physically or socially. An obscure village. Difficult to find. An obscure retreat. Reduce a vowel to a neutral one, such as a schwa. A small contrasting part of something. Color with streaks or blotches of different shades. Mark with spots or blotches of different color or shades of color as if stained. Color with streaks or blotches of different shades. An irregular arrangement of patches of color. It was not dull gray as distance had suggested, but a mottle of khaki and black and olive green. Become covered with clouds. Become covered with clouds. Become overcast. Become dark or darker. The sky darkened. Make dark or darker. Darken a room. Tarnish or stain. A scandal that darkened the family's good name. Any number of entities, members, considered as a unit. A system for classifying things into groups. The activity of putting things together in groups. A set that is closed, associative, has an identity element and every element has an inverse. Form a group or group together. Any number of entities, members, considered as a unit. Chemistry. Two or more atoms bound together as a single unit and forming part of a molecule. Arrange into a group or groups. Can you group these shapes together? Make a mess of, destroy or ruin. Have a strong desire or urge to do something. He is spoiling for a fight. The act of stripping and taking by force. Destroy and strip of its possession. hinder or prevent, the efforts, plans, or desires, of. Make imperfect. Treat with excessive indulgence. Become unfit for consumption or use. The meat must be eaten before it spoils. Alter from the original. The act of spoiling something by causing damage to it. Her spoiling my dress was deliberate. Usually plural, valuables taken by violence, especially in war. To the victor belong the spoils of the enemy. Corrupt morally or by intemperance or sensuality. Make imperfect. Take away the legal force of or render ineffective. A mark or flaw that spoils the appearance of something, especially on a person's body. Make imperfect. Nothing marred her beauty. The month following February and preceding April. Destroy or injure severely. Make imperfect. Make worse or less effective. His vision was impaired. Deprive of virginity. This dirty old man deflowered several young girls in the village. Make imperfect. Prevent from being seen or discovered. Hold back. Keep from being perceived by others. She conceals her anger well. Make undecipherable or imperceptible by obscuring or concealing. The dressed skin of an animal, especially a large animal. Body covering of a living animal. Prevent from being seen or discovered. Hide the money. Be or go into hiding. Keep out of sight, as for protection and safety. Cover as if with a shroud. A job in an organization. An act that brings discredit to the person who does it. A small contrasting part of something. A bald spot. A lamp that produces a strong beam of light to illuminate a restricted area, used to focus attention of a stage performer. A point located with respect to surface features of some region. A bright spot on a planet. A mark on a die or on a playing card, shape depending on the suit. An outstanding characteristic. A small piece or quantity of something. A spot of tea. A slight attack of illness. Detect with the senses. A blemish made by dirt. Make a spot or mark onto. The wine spotted the tablecloth. Catch sight of. Mar or impair with a flaw. A business establishment for entertainment. Night spot. A playing card with a specified number of pips on it to indicate its value. An 8 spot. A section of an entertainment that is assigned to a specific performer or performance. They changed his spot on the program. A short section or illustration, as between radio or TV programs or in a magazine, that is often used for advertising. Become spotted. This dress spots quickly. Mark with a spot or spots so as to allow easy recognition. Spot the areas that one should clearly identify. An atmosphere of depression and melancholy. A feeling of melancholy apprehension. The quality of excessive mournfulness and uncheerfulness. An atmosphere of depression and melancholy. A gloomy, ill-tempered feeling.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.